We are now Native Grounds Junk Removal, and this website was available, nativegroundsjunk.com. I think that's pretty good. We have a crew login still. People can book now. We got services, how it works. Here's Julian, works really hard. Got his about page. And then all of our contact information is good. I even threw in a frequently asked questions so we can help answer a lot of the common questions that he might have. And so let me show you how this works. We get book now. It has these 3 trailers. We went ahead and threw them in. Let's go ahead and book the first one. Now over here, you can pick how many days you want the trailer. And the longer you book for, the higher your discount. Let's just say 1 day for now, and let's pick this trailer. And we say the 21st is available. We'll pick that. And then it's $150. We'll say continue DFY. We upload the junk photo, throw in my trusty logs from Home Depot and say get a quote. Okay, so it recommends that we would charge $200 and the before looks like this and the after looks like that. Just imagine a full garage and then you show the customer a completely empty garage for this much amount of money. And that's based on the tonnage. So it calculates how much material is in the picture. Through AI vision, it generates a quote, and then they can pick either they want to pay that or not pay that. If they pay it, that's what Julian's going to pick up for them, basically. And so that plus the base fee is $350, and there's a 50% deposit due upon checkout. Customer would go in here and put in their information. Let's say Sonic 3, put in all of our information. We'll call it Sonic 3 on the 20th of January. Hit pay the deposit. That takes us to the checkout page. But more importantly, I want to show what happens when you hit that button on the checkout page. Base44 sends all that data over to high level through a webhook. This is what that webhook looks like if you want to copy me. Inbound webhook, standard webhook, they give you the URL, and then you give this to Base44 and you say, I want to send all of the data from this appointment over to high level using this webhook. And it does. And so in here, we get things like the name, the email, the phone number, the address, what time the appointment starts, what type of trailer did they book, how much in fees did they pay, and so much more. And then what I do is I create a contact with custom fields for each one of those pieces of information. That saves it there, and then there's a tag that gets added saying booked dumpster. So think of this as like a task to your back shop saying, hey, this person just booked, go ahead and book them on the calendar. Then in our calendar update workflow, this triggers based on the tag that was created. So if there's a booked dumpster tag, this workflow fires. And what does it do? It books an appointment. It takes the information that came in, and on Julian's calendar, which is in high level, it creates a start time based on the start date that the customer picked. And then it adds a tag saying dumpster booked. So it's sort of responding now saying, now the contact field shows dumpster has been booked, and it removes the previous tag, which was book dumpster. And then the information is added. However, the calendar event doesn't contain anything, mainly the address of where to actually take this dumpster. So what I did was you go into calendars and then calendar settings, edit the calendar, go down to meeting location, and then you can pick the variable for contact full address. So this is the address of the customer who booked the appointment. So now we should have the time, we should have the name, the phone, the email, and then also the location of that customer. So let's go see that on the calendar. It's right here, and we have Sonic 3 booked for January 21st, which is a Wednesday. And then we have the address of where to take the dumpster. Now this information shows up on Julian's app, and he can click this button, which will give him directions directly to the address. And then he can also call the customer directly from the app as well. If he needs to email them or jump into conversations and text them back and forth like, hey, is it the back driveway or the front driveway? And all sorts of coordination that needs to happen can happen directly through conversations. So now I want to work on an AI agent that's going to understand the entire business inside and out, and it's going to act like the receptionist for any kind of contact to the website.